The Bills or the Patriots? Well, this is a lot closer than I expected.
I gave you fair warning, beware. Smack him in the corner of the end zone. It is caught for the touchdown. Smack him in the mouth. I gave you fair warning, beware. Smack him in the mouth.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Mike on the Mic Sports YouTube channel or the Warzone Sports Network, depending on which channel you're watching on. Just be sure to click subscribe, click the notification bell, so that way you're alerted every time we post a new video on either channel. And this is all about opinions. I'm sharing my opinion on what's going to happen. I share my opinion on teams, my opinion on sports. You have your own opinion. I value it, and I read every single comment that is commented on these videos. Just don't be toxic. Just don't be disrespectful. You don't got to call me an asshole. I'm not an asshole, I promise. If you met me, you'd probably be like, wow, I actually like this guy. But anyways, we're here to figure out who's going to win this division. And I think it's a two-headed race at this point. No, it's 100% a two-headed race at this point between the Patriots and the Buffalo Bills. I've got both their schedules pulled up in the background. We're going to go through every game for the rest of the year, and I'm going to predict who I think is going to win each game, and we're going to see which team has a better record at the end. I'm pumped to get into it. I am surprised that the Bills are playing this bad. I'm not surprised the Patriots are playing this good. I had a 10-win projection on them, and I was telling people that I could see them reaching 11, 12 wins if Mac Jones really shines in the second half of the year, because I expected Cam Newton to be the quarterback for at least 8 to 10 games of this season. So my projection is kind of off a little bit. If Mac Jones continues to play his way he's been playing, I could see them hitting 11 or 12 wins, which would be surprising if you look at it in a general sense. And the Bills, I'm just more surprised that they're at risk of winning less than that amount of games, and that this is even close. I expected the Bills to be like a 15, 14 win team. I almost locked it in. But anyways, it's a lot closer now. The season's been wild. I've actually really enjoyed the ups and downs of this season. You never know who's going to win every single week. Sucks for my pick'ems record, sucks for my betting, sucks for my prize picks, but it's entertaining. Like I said, we got the rest of the Patriots schedule pulled up here. They obviously just destroyed the Browns, which is kind of like a nail on the head there, that the Patriots, which kind of hammers home that the Patriots are legit contenders to make the playoffs in the AFC, and possibly contenders to play in an AFC championship game this year, or at least win a playoff game with a rookie quarterback, which is insane to think about, but it is absolutely awesome. And I'm happy for Mac Jones. I'm happy for Bill Belichick. I'm happy for the whole team. I don't root for teams to fail unless you're the Raiders, Chiefs, or Broncos. I want all of my favorite players in the league to succeed. Of course, they all can't succeed. It's not possible. And I'm going to share with you who I think is going to succeed versus who I think isn't going to succeed, because I'm a big Stephon Diggs fan, so I'm also rooting for the Bills. But I just want to see everybody winning, everybody going up. I don't root for people's downfalls unless it's convenient for my Chargers. That's what the life of being a mega football fan is, right? Anyways, the Patriots got the Falcons next week. I think the Patriots take care of business there. The Falcons just got absolutely murdered by this Cowboys team this last week. And while the Falcons come out and they can be a very different team than the week before, and they can be a much improved team from week to week, I think the Patriots are establishing some consistency, especially defensively, slowing teams down.
You did it! Congratulations!
Then we got Titans-Patriots. This is a huge matchup between these two teams, and the Patriots are really going to need this win. And guess what? In Foxborough, no Derrick Henry. That is a tough game for the Titans. I don't care how hot the Titans have been. This is a tough game for the Titans, and logic would say that the Patriots are going to win this game. Now, like I said, the NFL has been pretty unpredictable, and the Titans have figured it out in situations where I thought it was impossible for them to win. But I'm going to go with the Patriots. I'm going to continue to use logic when I'm making predictions for the rest of the year, even though it's been kind of a wild year, because that's all we can do. You can't just start going off the rails and just start going ahead and going, oh yeah, the Jaguars might upset. Yeah, let's go Dolphins. We can't just start doing that. So I'm going to take the Patriots to beat the Titans, which will put them at 8-4, heading into Buffalo to play the Buffalo Bills, where they lose to the Buffalo Bills. Now, good news is they play them in 3 weeks after this. They got a bye week in between as well. This is a perfect little smack in the butt for this Patriots team to really go on a playoff run after this bye week. They're really having the bye week at the perfect time, because they've been able to stay pretty generally healthy throughout the year, even though it's a late bye. Tough game, tough trip for a rookie quarterback to make. I think they dropped the ball and the Bills take care of business and beat them in week 13. Then after the bye week, they got to travel to Indy to see the Indianapolis Colts. I'm going to take the Patriots to win this one. While I do like the Colts, I think they're a lot better than their record suggests. Like I said, the Patriots are building some consistency, and when you find that consistency, you're going to win the games that you should win, in my opinion. And in my opinion, the Patriots should win this game against the Colts, and they will. And then they're going to go in Week 16 and achieve the victory over the Bills. Get revenge. Mac Jones has now seen them once. He's really smart. He's got a high football IQ for a rookie, and I can only imagine what this guy's going to be like when he's a 10-year vet, and I think he is going to be a 10-year vet in this league one day. But I think he sees the Bills once in Week 13, takes a beatdown. I honestly think it will be a beatdown. I think the Bills win like 42-20 or something like that. But he learns, he adjusts, he studies the tape, and they squeak out a victory against the Bills in Foxborough. Like I said about the Titans going to Foxborough, that's such a tough trip, even for good teams like the Titans and the Bills. And I got the Patriots beating the Jaguars. And then I got the Patriots beating the Dolphins, putting them at 12-5, probably with the division on the line in Week 18, if the Bills drop the ball and are also 12-5. Isn't that crazy? I had a 10-win projection with, I think, a 12-win ceiling. I think I said 11-win ceiling, I'll be honest. So the Patriots outperforming like 90% of people who are on the internet making content's expectations by quite a wide margin. People who are high on them, I think the highest I saw was an actual 10-win prediction if you're not a Patriots fan. Mac Jones is a revelation. That's what I've been saying all year. We all talked smack about him before the draft was about to go down. He falls to 15. The Patriots get him, and he is the perfect guy there. Now, I do not think he should have went third overall still. I do not think he fits as well in San Francisco. I do not think he fits as well in Denver or Carolina or any of the other possible landing spots he had there. Bill Belichick and Josh McDaniels are the perfect people to take Mac Jones in and abuse his best weapon, and that is his brain. He's so good and so quick at reading defenses pre-snap. He's one of the best in the league already, and the rest of it's going to come along as his body matures, as he matures as a person. As you can see when he's on the press conference and stuff, you can tell he's still very young, like these other quarterbacks. He's operating at the level of a guy that's been in the league for 5 years already. So very impressed by Mac Jones so far this year. I think that he should have a lot more consideration for Rookie of the Year. And if the Patriots go 12-5 like my projection says in this video, he's going to win the Rookie of the Year. Sorry, Kyle Pitts. Sorry, Jamar Chase. And sorry, Jalen Waddle. Mac Jones. I'm going to be rooting for this kid. I'm going to be rooting for him for the rest of his career now. Just because of how his career started, how he kind of overcome what everyone was thinking. Like I said, the Bills a little bit disappointing this year. It's just been a little inconsistent for them. They have random weeks where they just don't show up. Josh Allen is still very young. I think we forget that sometimes. And there's going to be games where he just doesn't have a good game. We saw that against the Jaguars. There's going to be games where all of his talent comes together. He makes the IQ plays. He does everything. And this guy's unstoppable, like we saw against the Jets this last weekend. So we'll see how it continues throughout the rest of the year. I still think the Bills are very much AFC contenders. And if I had to take a team in the playoffs to win, I think the Bills are a little bit more built for success just because the Patriots have that rookie quarterback, because the Patriots have a defense that has some younger guys on it now. Although they're playing very well, J.C. Jackson, like I said, is a baller in previous videos. And also, I still am concerned, especially if there's anyone that goes down, saying the tight ends mostly, of the weapons in the offense. Now, the way the offense is run, they don't really need crazy weapons because it's very much leaning on the run still. But if, say, the run game gets shut down in the playoffs by a playoff team, which a playoff team can just take away a run game. That's not too difficult for a legit playoff team to do, whether it's the Ravens, whether it's the Bills, whether it's the Chargers, whoever you want it to be. Shouldn't say the Chargers, their run defense has been awful this year, but you know the gist of what I'm saying. If you see a legit team in the playoffs, they're going to slow down your run, and they're going to force you to start throwing, and I don't trust the weapons of the Patriots to really get it done come playoff time. So that's why I would take the Bills as a better chance to go to the Super Bowl than the Patriots. But like I said, this season, who knows? I got the Bills at 7-4 right now, and that's because we've already counted and we've tallied that they beat the Patriots in Week 13, like I said with the Patriots prediction, and they lose to the Patriots in Week 16. They got the Colts coming to Buffalo to play them in Week 11. Again, I keep reiterating that I love the Colts, and I think that the Colts can upset the Bills. I don't think that's a crazy statement to make, but the Colts have lost most of their games to good teams very narrowly. They have lost most of their games to good teams. I think they're the best lower tier team in the league, and they have a lot of promise. And if they can get a restart on a season, they may go 10-7. But for this year, they're sliding a little bit. I don't think that they're going to make the playoffs now, especially with the Titans emerging and kind of playing really well without Derrick Henry still. I think they play the Bills close, but I'm going to take the Bills to win that game. And the Saints with Trevor Siemian, I don't trust Trevor Siemian at all. And from the second that they lost Jameis Winston, I already was low on the Saints before, and I didn't think that they have what it took to continue it throughout the rest of the year. And I kept saying that they were an Alvin Kamara injury away, or an Alvin Kamara bad stretch of games away from just completely being an awful team. They played them tight. Trevor Siemian is overperforming by a mile of what I expect from him in the first couple games as a starter, and they're still losing games. So I'm not going to take them to beat the Bills here in Week 12, which puts the Bills at 9-4 and in a good spot after they beat New England in Week 13. That trip to Tampa isn't as tough of a road game as some road games are, because it's probably going to be decent weather. It's not this crazy, insane crowd or insane stadium that you got to walk into and try and play in. But it's just tough to beat the Buccaneers in general. So I'm going to take the Buccaneers to win it. I accidentally clicked the Bills. That's my bad. I'm going to take the Buccaneers to win in Week 14. But I'm going to take the Bills to beat the Panthers in Week 15. I think it'll be a ton of fun if Cam Newton's healthy and going strong. We saw that he has a little bit of juice in those legs. I think this year off really rested him. This is the perfect time for him to come onto a team and start taking over with the rushing of the quarterback. And we can kind of see a little bit of what old Cam Newton looked like when he used to run the ball. But overall, I don't know if the Panthers are going to have enough juice, especially at this stage in the season, to take down the Bills in Buffalo. So that puts the Buffalo Bills at 10-5 with 2 more games left to go. The Patriots finished 12-5. Remember that. I think the Bills beat the Falcons. I think the Bills beat the Jets. And with a 5-1 division record, that would mean that the Bills would win the AFC East over the Patriots just narrowly, and they're going to win this division because of that fumble in what was it by the Patriots in like Week 2 or Week 1 of the season, giving Miami a free win. Here's what I'm rooting for. I'm rooting for the first round of the playoffs to be a Bills versus Patriots game. I don't know how the seeding's going to work out, and I don't know if that's going to go down, but I'm definitely rooting for it. I can't wait until they match up here in a couple of weeks. I think it's going to be an electric game, and it's going to be an electric game both times they see each other for the rest of the season. It's really awesome that these two teams play each other late in the year, and the Patriots are as good as they've become because they really can be at their best by the time that they face each other. Like I said, I got the Bills over the Patriots just slightly. Right now, you're going to see it reflected in the power rankings up on the Instagram page. Mike on the Mike Sports, by the way. Cheap, selfless plug. I'm better than this. But that's how I got the AFC East shaken out. Let me know how you got the AFC East shaken out in the comment section below. I really appreciate hearing from you guys. Like I said, whether you agree with my opinion, disagree with my opinion, please subscribe, turn on notifications, like this video. I'm Mike, and I'm on the mic. This is me saying until next time.
I gave you fair warning, beware.
Smack him in the corner of the end zone. It is caught for the touchdown.
Smack him in the mouth. I gave you fair warning, beware.
Smack him in the mouth.